How exactly does the universe work regarding our life? I understand that my thoughts create my reality, but why does this not happen all the time? What is typically a universal creation and what is a human creation? Now, I don't know if I'll have too much information for the last phrase, but let's see what comes. How exactly does the universe work regarding our life? Our life here on Earth, we're going to talk about. Because on other planets, we don't believe in lack. We don't believe that there isn't enough. And we let go. We don't hold on. And because we let go, the universe simply provides what you need. And most times also what you want. But many times we don't get what we want because it's not really what we want. It's what we have been told to want, or what we have been told to believe that this will make us happy. And that's why many times our thoughts don't create this. Even though you might be dreaming of a prince coming off a white horse and falling in love with you and only you and wanting only you, you have been told to believe this. This is not your human nature. And that is one way of blocking this thought from being created. Another one is, this is my personal experience. So many times I really like a place that I'm visiting and I want to stay there because it is so beautiful. And I would like to find a nice little apartment. And I visualize it and it doesn't happen. And after a few months I'm thinking, that's funny, why doesn't this happen? And then I get a call, excuse me, I speak too fast sometimes, and then I get a call to go to another place. And I do go to that place and it's even better. Also, because of the work I'm doing at that place, I learn even more. So I become more experienced or wiser. So many times what we think about doesn't happen because it would block the rest of our evolution, the rest of our experiences here on Earth. Or it would block something even better. That's another reason why our thoughts do not always create our reality. You see, our thoughts create the kind of energy we live in, whether it's positive, negative, healthy, wealthy, poor. That is what our thought creates. But it might not create the details if you are meant to go somewhere else or if you are meant to learn something else. So don't get upset when everything you want is not created by your thoughts. But I would advise, keep your thoughts at, I want a wealthy life. And let that wealthy life be wherever it is. Your soul knows where to take you. It knows where it wants to get its experiences from. By the way, I do separate the soul, but you are the soul. So think of health, visualize health. And that way, where you are in the world or what kind of house you live in doesn't really matter because you're always healthy. You can visualize yourself being in happiness. You can create what we call happy thoughts or what you call happy thoughts. There's another thing here I forgot to mention. If it involves another person, it's very difficult for the universe to bring it to you. Because that other person also has a soul, and that soul has come here for their own lessons. A lot of people do black magic on that person so that person can fall in love with them. It does happen sometimes, but I find in the long run it backfires. And then that person starts really resenting them. So it doesn't have a happy ending. But that's for another video. Now let's see. I think I'm mixing things up here. I keep talking here and there, but that's how it's coming. What is typically a universal creation and what is a human creation? In my experience, when I work really hard to accomplish something, let's say to get a nice apartment, that's my creation. That's a human creation. When I let go and I don't care and I simply say I like nice apartments and I leave it at that, people that organize me from city to city will call me, and usually they give me an apartment while I'm working there. That's a universal creation. Sometimes I would have a client calling me to say, I have to go away for 4 months. Would you like to take care of my house? And they usually have nice homes. That's also a universal creation. But in order for me to attract this, I need to let go of my need to create an apartment, of my need to make money to rent a nice apartment. Then I go into human creation. It's not wrong, but if we can let go, the universe will take care of it. It might not take care of it the next day, because we humans are very impatient. We also want it now. Like the phrase says, I want it all and I want it now. But when we have it all now, we stop learning. See, desire is what created the universe. So, if we lose our desire, we will stop creating. We will stop being creators. So don't aim for having it all and having it now. It isn't the most beneficial thing. Just mention what you want and let it go. And the universe will take care of it. Unless, I remember a long time ago I had asked for something and I didn't get it. This was while I was still living in California. And I got it 2 years later. And I asked my higher self, now? I asked for this 2 years ago. I don't much care about it now. And the answer that came back was, yes, but if you had gotten it 2 years ago, it would have blocked you from getting a few other lessons that you really wanted to get. You really wanted meaning as a soul, meaning before I came to earth. I said, I want to experience this and this. And having what I had asked for would have blocked this. And that's why I didn't get it for 2 years. This also happens many times, and we don't always manifest what we want. Let's go back to the first phrase. How exactly does the universe work regarding our life? I have found that because there is no need in the universe, whenever I say, oh, I need this, I really want this, I don't get it. Because there's no need in the universe, and the universe doesn't understand my need to really have this. So I found that I get things easier, or I attract situations easier, when I say them like, I want a cup of coffee, with that attitude. Then I get them easier. They can understand me easier. Need always blocks it. So come out of need as soon as possible. And whenever you catch yourself thinking you need something, stop it and go into the want. Say, no, I would like to have this. This would be nice. Again, as we mentioned in a previous video, we go into need because we were told as children we cannot have everything we want. So we started to believe that in order to have something I want, I have to need it. This is why we go into need. If we can fully understand this, we can easily come out of need. And then it will be easier for the universe to bring us things. Let's see if there's anything else. How exactly does the universe work regarding our life? I can't think of anything else right now. I'm sure there's so much more to this question. Okay, if anybody can come up with a question regarding this question, but with different words, send it to me so I can see if we can get different information. Because I'm just not getting anything right now, but I can feel there's so much more to this. I understand that my thoughts create my reality. A lot of people don't believe this, but all they have to do is look around. Because I notice that the people that don't believe this are the people that do not have nice lives, and they're constantly whining. Now, you're not whining and complaining because you don't have a nice life. You don't have a nice life because you are constantly complaining. So this alone is proof that your thought creates your reality. Stop complaining and your life will change. But also use some common sense. I've had people that say, okay, I'll stop complaining. Okay, now what's going to happen? This is just an idiot that needs to take good drugs and get out of their stupid mind that isn't even theirs anyway. It was created by their parents. You stop complaining and until it becomes a way of life. And then your energy will shift. You will go to a higher vibration and you will start attracting the things that you like. It's difficult to attract things you like when you're always complaining about things you don't like. For instance, you meet someone that you know and they say, you look good today. And you'll say, yes, but you try and find the one thing that might not look good on you, or that extra kilo, or what happened to you at work. This is what I mean by your thought creates your reality. You cannot accept the fact that today you look good. And this is why your life is a mess. Because you love going to the drama. You love going to what you don't like. The part that you don't like about your life or about the world. So if you can cut that out and change your thoughts, you will automatically change your reality. Also, I find a lot of people in the new age, whatever, try and convince other people that our thoughts create our reality. I would recommend we stop doing this. Because if it was time for them to understand it, they would understand it. Just like we did when it was time for us. So, don't waste any energy. You just go ahead with your life, create the reality you want, and when someone asks you, how do you do it? Then you can tell them, I changed my thoughts, or I only focus, or I only think about what I do like, what I do want. Let's see what else. I can't seem to stop this because I have a feeling there's more, and I just can't grab it. Let's see what else. I'm sorry guys, I really can't find anything. I really can't grab it, so I'm gonna stop it. But again, if you have more questions regarding this subject, just email them.